Your home isn't selling? Don't blame the market just yet. It might be that $20,000 chandelier, 5 recliners, and the rogue accent chair kind of floating around in space. Let's talk about the staging mistakes that are secretly costing you a sale. And definitely stick around till the end, where I'm going to share my favorite budget staging fix that brings instant visual luxury. Hey guys, I'm Tony, your design savvy North Carolina realtor and thrifting fanatic. If you love charm on a budget and want that sold sign faster than you can say Picker's Paradise, you're in the right place. This channel is all about interior design, coastal living, Wilmington, North Carolina. So if that is your vibe, definitely subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. And when you're ready to move or you need some unfiltered and sometimes unsolicited design advice, then just hit me up because I've got you covered. Now, I've talked about staging before, but given what I've been seeing out there lately, I must be way too gentle with my approach. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely don't think you need to spend a small fortune to prep your home to sell. But the more homes I see, the more I realize that my gentle approach might just be a little too gentle. And if you're having a hard time figuring out where to start with your staging, or if you think that $20,000 Swarovski crystal chandelier that's literally the size of your larger half bathroom is the one thing that will absolutely sell your house without question, please give me a call. I'm here to help you do the hard things that need to be done to get your house sold, or at the very least, get some momentum on the market. But for now, without further ado, here are my top 7 mistakes that are costing your home and your sanity to sit on the market for days and days and months. Number 1, personal clutter chaos. Let's start with the number 1 culprit, personal clutter. Now listen, I love a family photo wall as much as the next sentimental Southern gal, but when it's time to sell, those memories become noise. Buyers aren't buying your story, they're buying the chance to write their own. So when I walk into a home and I see your cousin's prom picture, a graduation capped shadow box, and a magnet from every road trip since 1982, it kind of screams this house is still someone else's life. Buyers want to walk in and immediately feel like they could move in tomorrow. That means neutral, open, and just a whisper of charm, not your entire life story displayed on the bookshelf. Pack it up, my friends. I promise it's not going in the trash. It's going ahead of you. You're moving anyway, right? Box up the family photos, the quirky collections, the overly specific decor. Replace it with something simple and neutral, a single ceramic vase, a couple of hardcover books, maybe a hint of coastal artwork if that's your vibe. A clean, slightly elevated boutique feel makes buyers relax. It makes your home feel more expensive. And most importantly, it helps them see themselves living there, not just walking through someone else's memory lane. Number 2, funky furniture layout. Now, let's talk about furniture placement. And seriously, y'all, some of the layouts I've seen recently, it's like the living room version of that game show Wipeout. You know, the one with the big red balls and people bouncing off their faces into the water. I'm not kidding. Big old sectionals backed into walls, multiple recliners angled toward TVs like it's playoff season, and let's not forget that rogue accent chair that's for some reason somehow floating in the middle of the room for literally no reason that I can see. I mean, what even is that about? Here's the thing. When buyers walk into your home, they aren't just looking at the furniture. They're feeling the space. And if they're bumping into corners, turning sideways to squeeze by a coffee table, or just generally confused about how a room is supposed to work, they start to mentally shrink the space. And that, my friends, is bad news. Instead, think about your flow. Anchor your room with one large piece, usually a sofa, then create symmetry and breathing room around it. Chairs in pairs, coffee tables centered, clear pathways to walk through without doing a tightrope act. And if your furniture is bulky, outdated, or just too big for the room, it's okay to remove it or even swap it temporarily for something lighter. The idea is to create easy movement and inviting sightlines. You want every room to say, come on in and stay a while, not watch your hip on that armoire, my friend. Number 3, wrong lighting vibes. Lighting is one of those things that buyers don't always notice consciously, but they definitely feel it. A dark, shadowy space feels small, closed off, and a little sad. And nothing kills the vibe faster than cold blue bulbs or dim overheads with no backup. So Here's the fix, and it's way easier than you think. First, let in as much natural light as possible. Open every single curtain, raise every blind. Then replace any dead bulbs and make sure every light in the house matches in warmth. Go for a soft white, something around 3000 K, so your lighting feels warm and cozy, not like a high school locker room. Next, layer it up. Overhead lights alone don't cut it. Add a floor lamp in the corner of the living room. Stick a table lamp on the entry table. Even the kitchen could use some under cabinet lights if you've got them. And don't forget about the lampshades. If they're yellowed, cracked, or dated, swap them out. These little details make a huge difference. Lighting sets the mood, and the right mood sells homes. Oh, and as previously mentioned, super custom and personal ginormous chandeliers that scream, I had some extra money and I wanted to show it off a bit, need to be replaced, like without question. And that's coming from a gal who loves ginormous light fixtures and Swarovski. So, number 4, overstyled or understyled. This one is a balancing act, and it's where most people go too far in one direction. On one end, you've got homes that look like they were decorated by a seasonal aisle at Hobby Lobby, every surface jam-packed with themed decor. On the other, you've got homes that are stark and giving forgotten empty rental vibes with a folding chair on one side and one sad plant in a corner. Neither one sells the fantasy. You want just enough style to spark imagination. That means clean surfaces with a touch of charm. Try the rule of three, 3 items per surface. Maybe a candle, a plant, and a little stack of books. Keep it varied in height and texture, but never cluttered. And if you're someone who leans more minimalist, don't go too stark. Buyers need warmth and personality, not cold clinical emptiness. It's not about decorating to impress your design friends. It's about helping potential buyers feel that spark, that, oh, I could totally see myself living here moment. So edit ruthlessly, but don't strip it bare. Your goal is intentional comfort with a side of style. Number 5, color that kills. I'm just going to say it. Your burgundy dining room is not helping you. Bold paint colors might be your vibe, and I support that. But when it's time to sell, your house needs to dress for a wider audience. And most buyers don't want to inherit a project on day one. Strong colors are highly personal and they distract from the space. Buyers mentally subtract for every room that they're going to have to repaint. And it's not just money, it's the effort. Oh, we'll have to paint this is code for this house is more work than we wanted. The solution? Stick to neutrals, soft whites, pale grays, muted coastal blues, light sage, colors that feel calm, fresh, and move-in ready. They make the rooms feel bigger, cleaner, and feel more expensive. And if you must have color, keep it in the accessories. A great throw blanket, a fun piece of art, a patterned pillow, those are all portable. Paint, not so much. Make it easy for buyers to say yes, not another item for their to-do list. Number 6, dirty carpets and scuffed floors. Now, we are getting into the gritty stuff. Literally, if your house smells like wet dog or your carpet has random mystery stains, buyers are out the door before they've even seen the kitchen. I don't care how cute your backsplash is. People buy with their noses first. Dirty floors signal neglect. It doesn't matter if you're the cleanest person on earth. If the carpets look dingy or the hardwood is scratched to pieces, it makes people nervous. They start wondering what else hasn't been maintained. And fixing it doesn't have to cost a fortune. Rent a carpet cleaner or have the pros come in if it's really bad. Replace old area rugs with something fresh and neutral. Give your floors a good mop and polish. And for scuffed baseboards or stair risers, a little touch-up paint, my friends, it goes a long way. These are small things that have a huge impact. Clean sells, period. Make your home feel cared for, and buyers will be a whole lot more comfortable paying top dollar. Number 7, forgetting curb appeal. You know what they say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And when it comes to selling your house, that first impression happens before they even ring the doorbell. If your front porch is cluttered, your lawn is patchy, or your welcome mat looks like it's been there since 1995, you're already losing ground. Buyers drive by, they scroll past, they form opinions fast, and they usually don't change them once they're inside. Start with the basics. Sweep the steps, trim the bushes, and pull any weeds. If the front door is chipped or faded, give it a fresh coat of paint. Choose a timeless color, black, navy, even a soft sage green, and keep it clean and simple. Then add a fresh welcome mat, maybe a couple of planters or a potted fern, and a tasteful wreath if it's the season for it. Oh, and one thing I see time and time again. Do not, and I repeat, do not forget about the backyard. I cannot tell you how many beautiful homes I've seen from the street only to walk around back and it's literally a jungle. If a buyer can't walk to that fabulous fire pit area without getting slapped in the face by overgrown tree branches, they will never end up seeing that fabulous fire pit area. And if they do, trekking back through that jungle will most definitely turn them off for anything super amazing inside. All right, you've cleaned, edited, rearranged, and lit that house like it's ready for its magazine close-up. But now you want a little something extra, a bit of polish, a coastal glow-up that doesn't scream, I bought it all at once from a big box aisle. This, my friends, is where the coastal mood board on a budget comes in. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, I don't have time to create a mood board, relax, we're not getting technical. This is just about pulling together a look that whispers easy luxury, not I tried really hard. Here's your formula. 1, a neutral base rug. You want something that grounds the room but doesn't fight for attention. Think jute, flat weave, sisal, natural fibers that add texture without pattern overload. These rugs are forgiving, durable, and they photograph like a dream. 2, a thrifted accent chair. Don't panic if it's a little dated. This is where you can work your magic. A throw blanket can hide a multitude of sins. You can even freshen up a cushion with a little upholstery cleaner or a new cover. The goal is to add a focal piece that makes buyers say, ooh, that's cute, without needing a designer budget. 3, simple curtain panels. I'm talking off-white linen light hung high and wide to make your windows look bigger. Clip rings are your best friend here. It's a 5-minute upgrade that instantly softens a room and adds height. No swags, no valances, just clean lines and breezy charm. 4, a touch of vintage art. And no, I don't mean grandma's needlepoint kittens. I'm talking vintage style coastal prints, maybe a watercolor landscape or a soft abstract in calming tones. Check thrift stores, Etsy prints, even your own stash. Frame it with something simple and wood tone. It adds soul and makes a house feel curated, not copied. 5, only one plant, just one. A snake plant, a peace lily, even a good looking faux one if you're out of town a lot. A little greenery adds freshness and life, especially if your home is heavy on wood tones or neutrals. 6, layered pillows and a throw. Not 10, just 2 or 3 pillows, different sizes, all in the same family of colors. A stripe, a solid, a little texture, then add one cozy throw blanket that says nap ready, but make it stylish. Altogether, these elements create a look that's warm, coastal, slightly eclectic, and totally buyer-friendly. And the best part? You can pull this off for a few $100, max, less if you thrift it smart. So if your home is feeling a little too lived in or empty or dated, this is your cheat sheet. Style it once, photograph it right, and watch the offers roll in. And there you have it, my friends, 7 staging mistakes that might just be the difference between 120 days on the market with a $50,000 price cut and 30 days on the market with 2 full price offers, plus a budget-friendly coastal mood board to elevate your space without breaking the bank. If you're getting ready to list, or if you are already on the market and aren't getting any bites, I want you to go back through this video and start checking boxes. Every single fix we talked about today, it's totally doable. Most of it's free or low cost, and I promise you, these little changes will make a huge impact on how buyers feel when they walk through your door. Remember, you're not just selling walls and square footage, you're selling the dream. You're inviting someone into a version of their future. So make it feel clean, calm, cared for, and a little bit coastal. With glam. That's what gets you top dollar in today's market. Now, if this was helpful, do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment, and of course, subscribe. I've got so many more home staging, design, and real estate tips coming your way every single week. And if you're thinking of selling your home in Eastern North Carolina and you want some personalized help, unsolicited or solicited, whether it's staging, strategy, or just a sounding board, my contact info is all in the description below, and I am always happy to help. So until next time, keep it charming, keep it coastal, and remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, just intentional and definitely a little fabulous. See y'all soon.